block. So when we look to go bullish, this is how we define a propulsion block: a candle or into a down candle, right? Or a bullish order block, and takes over the role of price support for higher price movements. And then when we look to go short or we look to sell, this is how we define a propulsion block. This is a candle or price bar that has been previously traded into an up candle or a bearish order block, and then takes over the role of price resistance for higher price movement. So what we are talking about here is, remember that we have an order block. So price tend to come and test an order block, and then the last up close candle, if let's say we are going long, we are going short, the last up close candle after it tested the order block, that turns into a propulsion block, right? So I'm going to demonstrate that, but first we need to understand the anatomy. It's the same thing from the order blocks. We respect the high, the low, the body open, the body closed, and the mean threshold. So those are our sensitive levels or sensitive points when we are going long and we are going short using a propulsion block, right? So a demonstration, remember this, if you look at this candle, this was a bullish order block, right? So what the price did is they went up and then they retested this order block over here, and then price went up again. Remember the definition of the bullish propulsion block. It says a candle or price bar that has been previously traded down into a down candle, right, or a bullish order block, and takes over the role of price support for higher price movement. So this is what happened here. Price went up and then came and found support on this order block, and then it went up. So the moment it goes up, this down close candle, it becomes our propulsion block. So this is where now it takes over the role of support for higher price movements, and it did exactly that. We have this down. Remember that we want the price with the most volume or with a large range, so this becomes our order block. We disregard the small one, we'll rather consider this one with the large range, right? So this is our order block here. So what price did is they went up to validate this order block, then they came back down into the mean threshold of this order block, and then they went up. So that means our eye now goes to this next up down close candle. So this becomes our propulsion block. So it acts as support for higher price, and it did that. We took out the previous high and it continued on the upside. Another example, we have this as our order block here. Price came, tested this order block. Now the down close candle becomes our support for higher prices. It came down onto this propulsion block and it went up. So that's how you look for propulsion blocks when you're going long. An example, when you're going short, so what price did here was, if you look at this up close candle, this was our bearish order block. Price came to test it and then it went down. So that means our eye goes to the last up close candle. We can disregard these two weak candles and just consider this candle with a large volume or with the large range. And then what price did is, immediately after testing this order block, they went down and then they came back up. They found support on the propulsion block here, and then they continued on the downside, right? So that's what happened here. Another example, we have this up close candle, right? So what they did is they went down and then they came to test this candle. So our eyes go straight next to this up close candle. So what they did is they went up and then they came to retest it, and then they continued on the downside. So that's how you look for propulsion blocks, right?